One of the most awesome spectacles in modern sport, Sailplane Grand-Prix. Sailplane Grand-Prix races are brutally simple. A regatta start with all the planes abreast. The first aircraft across the finish line wins. It's fast, it's intense, it's exhilarating. These are the Sailplane Grand-Prix pilots. They represent the elite of the sport, and they're here to race. The title of world champion is at stake. To achieve that title, first they need to conquer the mountains. Their sleek machines have no engine. Nobody has a power advantage. They have to race from peak to peak, literally gathering energy off the face of the mountains. Energy comes in the shape of plumes of hot air or wind that caroms off the mountains. Both derived from the heat of the sun, of course. The sun is their engine.
Even if you take an experienced glider pilot, for their first flight into the mountainous area, they are completely amazed by the way in which the energy is available to us to use, and the way in which we can move around the mountains riding that energy that's purely powered by the sun.
There are so many misconceptions about gliding. Gliders, also called sailplanes, are not light. They are not slow. They are not simple. They are slim but heavy machines. Their wings are filled with water ballast to give them mass so they can more effectively slice through the sky. They typically average 140 kilometers per hour. Flat out, they often hit 300. The pilots will fly into some of the world's highest mountain ranges and race wingtip to wingtip over a course that will stretch everyone to the limit. When they cross the virtual start line, the race is on. Along the way, the gliders top up their energy using thermals. In their world, these are pit stops for refueling with the same tactical ramifications. Green chooses to climb higher, taking on more energy. He loses seconds, but has the advantage to take a more direct route. Red briefly took the lead, but has to take the long way, hugging the mountain to gain energy in the updrafts. After a few hours racing, it's a mad dash for the line. Red gambles on leaving the thermal early, risking landing short. But Green, with more height and potential energy, can dive at maximum speed, retaking the lead a few seconds before the finish. The race is finished.
First place, Sebastian Cava.
For Sebastian Cava, this is a familiar feeling. This is his third world championship in succession. Carlos Roca took an unexpected and extremely popular second place for Chile, the host nation. The next Sailplane Grand-Prix final will take place at Wasserkuppe in Germany next year. Then the local hopes will be carried by Super Mario Kiesling, who took the third step on the podium here. But the question remains, can Cava be stopped? It takes talent and experience to extract such speeds from nature. In the daunting gorges of the Andes, it also takes a great deal of courage.
When you're up there flying a glider, particularly when you're racing, you're in the most incredible environment, doing the most amazing things. And it is so complicated and so beautiful. That's why people become totally addicted.
While most sports take place in purpose-built arenas, gliding takes place in natural landscapes, often in remote locations, sometimes in pure wilderness, always against stunning backdrops.
Glider pilots generally are very conscious of the environment, and I think that they become very conscious because they see what's happening. Gliding is clean, pure, eco-friendly, environmentally perfect. It's the most wonderful sport.
With its impeccable environmental credentials, there is no better sport to embody the global movement toward a sustainable planet. The sailplanes become perfect icons for these ideals. In the TV coverage, real-time 3D graphics help to tell the race story. Altitude in feet above sea level, ROC, rate of climb, how many feet per second the sailplane is either climbing or descending. The box shows how close the leaders are from each other. Speed and distances are also crucial, of course. The pilot in the lead does not necessarily hold the advantage. Pilots constantly trade height for speed.
In your cockpit you have really big emotions. You are concentrating on the flight. The other gliders, it's all things you are concentrating on.
One of the most challenging and spectacular sights is ridge running. When the pilots seek out the wind currents along the face of the mountain slope. When wind hits the mountains, it has nowhere to go but up. The pilots can ride this updraft. The closer you fly to the mountains, the stronger the updraft. This is where their skills really come into focus. But how can you follow Sailplane Grand-Prix? Now the technology exists to develop sailplanes into advanced TV platforms. They'll feature robotic pointable TV cameras, 3D tracking, and high-definition TV feed. The competing sailplanes will be filming each other in a way that was not previously possible, giving the viewer a real sense of being there. These next-generation sailplanes will also be built out of new materials which allow full-color paint schemes for sponsors. With colorful and distinctive gliders, air-to-air cameras, and the most talented pilots in the world, Sailplane Grand Prix are shaping up to become fantastic TV entertainment. Sport has the power to speak to our hearts, and this sport embraces the most glorious landscapes around the world. Sailplane Grand Prix reminds us that we have an ongoing love affair, a glorious journey with our planet.
Thank you.